Hey, babe. Peas, raised crab. Look at y'all. Y'all was ready. Y'all was ready. We 30 minutes divine, right on time. Y'all, so we're going to move it on up. We're going to move it on up. Y'all know our typical window is 9 to 10. But we're going to move the window up to 8:30 and 9:30 for what's starting the show. All right, y'all. So 8:30, somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 is when we will be starting the Crystalinemarsshow moving forward. So, Ray's Craft said, yes, you was on YouTube or did you get notified? You had to get notified, I feel like, because you was up here pretty quick. Ray's Craft said, that's cool, right? School. So we can get started shortly. How was your day? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. When you don't have what you want, you learn to appreciate what you have. I typically don't care for this brand of coconut water because it tastes a little different than the kind I normally get. And so if I had to choose between this kind and the other kind that I get, I would always pick the other kind. And I tried this kind and I was like, I ain't like it. And then my favorite one came back in stock and I was like, cool, I'm gonna get the one that I like. But I told y'all that they said that Whole Foods said they weren't gonna have any more of the brand coconut water that I get, right? I don't like to get the coconut water in the carton. And so I was like, dang, I'm gonna be coconut waterless. But I was in Target the other day and I saw this brand. They have this brand at Whole Foods too. And I saw it at Target and I was like, hey, and y'all know I've been fasting from flesh and Whole Foods. And so I've just been consuming my fruits and coconut water, which is fruit too, right? But and I did have soup. And today I did have a salad and I tried to spin the block on fish, y'all. Because yesterday I warmed my digestive system up by eating the soup. And so today I tried to eat my regular salad. I tried to spin the block and the fish was not fishing. And I was like, and to my OG babies, y'all know I've been here plenty of times. I've been to this place to where I knew it was time for me to let go of fish back like last year. And then I went through it again this year. And then I convinced myself that, oh, it's just a seasonal thing. Like, stop being hard on yourself, Duüblè, because I have a lot of Capricorn energy, so I can put a lot of pressure on myself. But it's for my wellness. But when I put too much pressure and it begins to become a little too challenging, I like to follow up and be like, Duüblè, you being too hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. And that's my way of excusing myself, right? Shenanigans. But I see me, though. And so I was like, I talked myself out of it last time and I consumed fish and then I would eat fish regularly because fish is the only flesh that I do eat, salmon to be specific, and Chilean sea bass. And so I fasted from it and I went 6 days without it. So I tried to eat it again today and I had a few bites. I had maybe a quarter of the piece of fish. And that last little bite that I had, I was just like, this is not it. This is what I need to let go. And I'm like, I knew this because I've been here before. And I'm like, fuck. And so that fast was to detox, to cleanse, to reset. And here I go trying to spin the block and run back and go back to what I'm used to. And I'm like, all right, cool. I wasn't disgusted this time. I got disgusted last time when I won't eat the fish, but then I guess I just overlooked it and I was like, whatever, fuck it. And then I ended up falling in and I fell for the bait and I ate it. But this time I wasn't disgusted today when I ate the fish. It was just more so like it wasn't satisfying. It didn't taste good. And I was just like, okay, like I guess we're done here. And I also looked at my birth chart and in my 52-day period, my cycle, I am in my Pisces cycle. Pisces is that completion. Pisces is that wrapping up before my solar return. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know what this will look like because I've been vegan for, and I said the quotes because I don't eat vegan foods like that. I seldomly eat vegan foods. I typically eat raw foods. I may saute my onions and peppers every now and then, but I typically eat a raw diet for the most part, and I have been doing that for like the past year. But occasionally, I would indulge in vegan foods, and yeah, I would occasionally indulge in like vegan food, plant-based foods. And so I know that this is something that I'm being called to release, to let go. This is not a seasonal thing. And this is what my next level looks like. And I'm like, Ashe. And I'm not going to lie. I know I'm going to always be honest. And I don't really know what that looks like. Part of me feels like I'm missing out on something. Because I'm like, I mean, obviously I know what food tastes like. I know what fish tastes like. But I just really can't imagine my food, my life, living my life flesh free. Even though I've done it, the longest I was flesh free, including the fish, was earlier. Like last year, moving into this year, I think I was flesh free for about 4 or 5 months. That was the longest I was flesh free, and I was straight raw, no vegan foods, no flesh. So I know what it looks like, but I'm just thinking about like the rest of my life. So that's something that I'm currently sitting with, and I'm like, okay. And so I'm going to continue my fast, and I'm just seeing how it's time for me to make some adjustments when it comes to how often I eat. I don't need to eat regularly, like every day. I already eat 1 meal a day, but I don't need to eat every day. I need to give my body time to process the food. So I'm just trying to feel my groove. And I'm going to ask Logas I did ask him for a meal plan, and I need assistance so I could like eat properly, because look, Logas is like, he's like the nutritionist, so he's really good with that stuff, and I'm not. So I do know that I'm not gonna be eating every day. It's probably gonna be like 2 days fasting, 1 day eating, something like that. And so being that I ate that flesh, I do feel like I got to reset again, honestly. I did 5 days. This past fast was 5 days, and then on the 6th day, which was today, I ate the fish. And so I'm gonna do another 5 flesh free, to cleanse and continue to purge out my system, because it's beyond the fish. It's a lot of spiritual things as well. And so that was today for me. I know I kind of talked your head off, but I just kind of wanted to like share a little bit with y'all on what's going on with me, That's how I got into it, because I was talking about desperate times calls for desperate measures. And I did not like this. But baby, this is the only coconut water that I have access to right now. And so therefore, y'all, I've been guzzling this thing, okay? And so those things that you say you don't like, you'll find that it'll grow on you, okay? And I know I like the fish, I like the texture and things like that. My new lifestyle will grow on me. So I just got to continue to be open to my, how you say it, maturation. And yeah, let the journey begin. Dirty 30 be like, I turned 30 years old, and that 3 is expansion energy. It's time for me to stretch. It's time for me to expand. And yeah, that's shame. Raisecraft said, my day was different, tired today, normally up doing something for my business and creating content. I just rested. Okay, and today it was a 6th day. Wait, no, tomorrow's a 6th day. No, tomorrow's not a 6th day. Today is a 2-day. So yeah, so that 2-day is that Cancer, that nurturing, right? And so you just needed to nurture yourself and rest. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the show, y'all. And that's why I'm moving it up too, because I got to do better with going to bed earlier and things like that, so I could, do what I need to do for me. And we up here late night and stuff like that. And then after the show, I don't get into bed till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Well, it'll be like between 1 and 2 o'clock. And we got to switch some things up. So, oh, we lost connection with TikTok. Are we back? Dare said, I love how you wrap your head. Thank you. I can only drink coconut water from the coconut itself. Ashe. Peace, Dan. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome in, lovelies, baby boos. Welcome to the two-night show, the Crystalinemarsshow. I am Mrs. Duüblè Jones, and I am your co-host. We are on episode, 152, y'all. And I invite y'all here in this space with us every night we grow live. Our new live hours will be somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So turn on your notifications and join us here every night, my dear. And also head over to our social media platforms. You can run it back on YouTube. All of our lives will be saved on our YouTube as well as our Instagram. But we're on TikTok and Facebook as well. Crystalline Mars is our handle. Thank you for all of the love that y'all show on a daily basis. The comments, the emails, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. We keep having a little hiccup over there. But thank y'all so much. Connect and vibe with the tribe on all platforms. Always be aware of the scammers, goddammers. We will never solicit you for any services or products. All right. And also, y'all head over to the website, crystalinemarsshow.com, for all of your spiritual tools, gems, jewels, and spiritual services. Also, go grab your Fortitude Oracle deck that was channeled from the ancestors and the gods and goddesses by Duüblè, by me. They're on sale for pre-order. Thank you to all of you who have placed your order. And thank you to all of you who will place your order. I speak light and love and activation over you. And also get your intentional candles to assist you in your spell work as well. Did I add the healthy and wealthy candle? I didn't add the healthy and wealthy candle. I got to add the healthy and wealthy candle for you to assist you in like your business and money manifestations and even your health. But we have about 6 or 7 candle types on the website, crystalinemarss.com. So head over there and get what you need. We offer free shipping for all U.S. orders over $75 as well. Oh, and if you'd like to exchange some love and send some love donation, you can do so. We accept all love. And if you'd like to send some love financially, you can do so through Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Zelle. The information is in our captions, and it's pinned in live as well, y'all. So thank you in advance. And every $5 of love that you send, it equals a name entry into our jewelry raffle that we host on the 1st of every month. All right? So let's go ahead and flow. So we're now going to move into the first segment of the night, which is the message of the day. And the message of the day is that detox was necessary for a reset. You will adjust to the new. Release trying to return to what you used to do. View. Yep, that flame out, baby. So some of y'all have just detoxed from something. You may have cleansed out some energy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ashes. Yeah, something you may have put to rest. Something you released. Someone you released. And it was needed to purify you. One sec, y'all. You know, I gotta blow that thing so it don't smudge in my white. And so some of you were, you had to do some kind of cleansing or purging or releasing, and that was literally what you needed to reset to get your energy clear. And oh wait, somebody may have been getting sick. Like I'm literally starting to feel a little sick to my stomach as I speak, and it might be that fish, y'all. Goddamn, bitch. But some of y'all, you know, may begin to get a little sick. This sickness could show up, you know, through you being very fatigued or stomach aches or some disease of some sort. And I definitely encourage you to take heed in regards to releasing whatever this thing is, knowing that it's for your highest good, literally. But you just got to give yourself permission to adjust to this new reality. You cannot walk into the new with the old. You. So what you do, what you used to do is not going to work for you in this season. It's not. What you were able to tolerate in the past, you are not going to be able to tolerate anymore. All right? What you used to be able to ignore, you're not going to be able to ignore anymore. And this is a part of your ascension. So allow yourself to transition into a higher realm, a higher dimension, all right? But know that this cleanse, whatever this purge, this releasing, this detoxing, this detaching, this shifting of perspective, it's for the collective. It's for the collective in you. So you can integrate your spirit, all right? Because maybe you've been just operating in autopilot and just being in the world and of the world, and it's time for you to shift the way you view things and the way you move in this world. All right, so we're going to now go ahead and transition to the next segment of the night, which is the daily energy. Y'all pretty quiet today, I see. All right, so this is going to be the daily energy for July 24th, 2024. This is a 3-day, so this is all about expansion, luck, prosperity, wealth. Also, that 2 plus 4 equals 6, and so that has to do with Libra, harmony, and balance. And this falls on the Wednesday, which is ruled by the planet Mercury, which governs the mind and communication. And so on this day, some of you may have had some people, and I feel like this is people who you hold near and dear. Maybe there were some misunderstandings, some disagreements, or even some traumatizing kind of events that happened in the past. And this will be a great day to revisit, you know, some things that may have been weighing on your heart. And I don't really feel like this is for some of you, you may need to really like talk it out again. But for a lot of people, I feel like it's just time to start new, to start fresh, to start clean. All right. And so I wrote, you're ready to have the conversation again. Because some of you may have had a conversation and then you like gave them space, or they gave you space, and it's just been marinating, and now you're going to feel heavily on your heart to call. And I feel like this communication will open the door for reconciliation. All right. And this feels like family energy, or people that you consider family. This could be literal blood or like soul family. And so on this day, give and allow yourself to receive as well, because the moon is in Pisces right now, and Pisces is very, very giving. And so on this day, but you know, we had that 24, that 2 plus 4 is 6, and so that's the balance. And so it's like you may feel like you just want to give, 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 give. It could be give your opinion. It could be give your energy in some way, shape, or form. It could be giving whatever. And it's this thing of give, but also allow yourself to receive. There may be somebody that wants to give you a word, that may wants to give you a helping hand, that might want to give you a financial blessing, or, you know, take care of your lunch or something like that. And you might typically be like the person like, no, I'm good, thank you, you know. And allow yourself to receive on this day just as much as you give. You may be feeling empathic as well, like you may be very sensitive and pick up on the energies around you, rather in the grocery store, at work, in the mall, or even just around your loved ones, your children. I do feel like the telepathy and the empathy, the empathic energy is going to be pretty heavy for you. So, you know, make sure you have some spiritual guards in place. Like you literally may want to call upon your spiritual team for protection, you know, spiritually, just to keep you and your energy shielded, so nothing may suck off of it and leave you drained. I do feel like there's leeching energy. And so also when it comes to this giving, it's like, you know, there may be some energy that comes back that just wants to get. And you may in the past have been like the kind of person where you'll just give, you know, especially if you have it. And so have balance with that either. Like, don't allow yourself to be used as well. Trust your discernment when it comes to this energy coming through asking for favors. And also, it's not about right or wrong. So when it comes to these conversations, let's focus on the heart. Like, let's do our best to communicate from the heart center. All right. And don't put emphasis on who was the blame or where it started from or who did what first. And like, or you were right, I was wrong, you was right. This is not about that. If anything, let's reflect on what you learned from the past, from those situations or whatever it is that may come back up to surface on this day. There also is some significance with fish and eggs. Not sure what that's about, but with that Pisces energy, I just saw the two fish, and then I saw, I literally saw in my mind's eye the Dr. Seuss book, the green eggs and ham. I saw one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, and then I saw the green eggs and ham. So eggs, ham, fish, there may be some significant around that dish. I'm not sure. But just be mindful of what you're consuming, okay? And with this fish energy, when I was eating my fish earlier, I was thinking about how I was allowing that vibration in, and how that fish had a heart, how that fish had a heartbeat and things like that. And so there may be definitely some heart focus on this day, and just be conscious about what it is that you express, how you express, and also what you consume. And mind over matter. What really matters? What really matters to you? Racecraft said a baby. I don't know. But we got mind over matter. What really matters to you? And if it matters to you, you really shouldn't mind. Some of you may be struggling to get motivated and to do, to keep going. You may be trying to find this ease, like, oh, I'm just going to rest. I don't need to go. And honestly, in this season, especially right now, with this Leo season that we're in, Leo energy that we're in right now, it's like, it's really time for you to take off. It's literally time for you to push yourself, and you may just need to make some adjustments. Like I told y'all, we're going to start the show earlier so I could get into bed earlier, so I can start my day off how I want to and the time I want to. But I can't try to adopt those new practices or wake up way earlier than I do now, and I'm going to bed at the same time. I have to make some changes. So what changes do you need to make so you can do what needs to be done, and move those excuses out the way? You'll have a time to rest, but right now you got to put the work in, my love. You got to put the work in consistently. All right. So y'all already know Wednesday also is Papalegba's day. So you can do your rituals and offerings to connect with Legba in regards to any door openings or door closings that you need. All right, y'all. So we're going to now transition over to the next segment of the night, which is the tarot tea time. You and me time. I love this. It's almost 9 o'clock and we in tarot tea time. We about to be done. We about to be done. I love this for us. All right. The music done cut off. Y'all quiet in the chat. It's one of them days, huh? It's one of them days, huh? It'd be like that. So we're going to first start with our Fortitude deck. Kennebread said, your skin looks great. Thank you. Lyric said, yes, I've been making time to work out. Good for you, babe. Peace, Keys. Keys said, just stop by to say hi and listen. Ashe. Thank you, Racecraft. Racecraft. Y'all already know. Racecraft was like, dang. Mr. Unique Green said, I'm turned as usual, but I'm chilling in the chat. Ashe, y'all ain't got to talk. You don't got to talk. It's all right. I just want you to receive. I'll give and you can receive. So, okay. So who need to go get their Fortitude deck? Who need to go get their Fortitude deck? Crystalinemarsshow.com. This card came out. I saw it when I was shuffling, but I couldn't take it out because by the time it clicked that this card was still in the deck, I was already shuffling. But this is the card that talks about the deck itself. And so I'm gonna read it. Hell, it came up. Fortitude is a noun, and it means courage in the pain or adversity. Each card is to be interpreted based on your intuition. So for some of you, you may be called to get your deck, and this may be your first deck or not, because we got some witches in here, some warlocks who are familiar. But if you never purchased an oracle deck, if you've never, connected with a tarot deck, I encourage everybody to do that, because it's definitely a way to exercise your third eye. It's a way to open your third eye, and you got to start somewhere. And so if it feels overwhelming, start with an oracle deck, fortitude deck to be specific. But it says each card is to be interpreted based on your intuition. To synchronize your energy with this deck, cleanse with selenite, sage, or Palo Santo. Sunlight or moonlight will suffice as well. Hold the deck in your hands, take 3 deep breaths, and visualize your energy transferring from the palm of your hands into the deck. May your highest self be a guiding light to your abundant source, for you are the oracle. I was about to say deck, but it don't say deck. This oracle deck contains 42 fortitude cards to assist you with harmonizing and aligning with your higher self. This deck was channeled with intentions to remind you of what you already know, as life throws you any challenges for your evolution and transcendence. Refer to this deck to seek the truth and clarity about whatever challenges you may be facing, or as a daily tool to bring awareness to the past, present, and future. So I don't know who higher self is calling them out to get this damn deck, but go order your deck for pre-order. Go place your order for pre-order on Crystalinemarsshow.com. Thank you in advance. Lyric said I stopped, but I need to get back into it. You're an oracle deck reader. Go get your deck. Stop playing on me. So, all right. So the first card that came out is everything does not need to be addressed in the physical realm. Face it head on in the spiritual realm and let it unfold divinely. So I talked about this conversational energy that's going to come through tomorrow. There may be some things that you want to talk on that don't need to be spoken to their actual human vessel. You might want to connect with somebody's higher self. All right. There may need to be some talk in the spiritual realm before you actually talk to them in the physical realm. All right. And everything does not need to be said, okay? And we also have don't run, be still, breathe, and chill. Heal, allow for all that is not of its higher vibration to be filtered within and without. Truth will be revealed. So this truth about whatever it is that you need to release so you can vibrate at your highest is going to reveal itself to you. Lady B said confirmation, Ashe. It's going to reveal itself to you. Somebody commented on the word of the day earlier and said, because I said, are you going to choose you? Are you going to keep half-assing? Whatever I said, right? And one of the lovelies said, if only I knew exactly what that is. And I didn't get a chance to comment back, but I'm going to comment right now and respond to that. Meditate. You may not know exactly what it is, but seek that answer. Like, I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure. I knew part of what I was going into my fast. I knew part of what I was going into my fast was. But the other part, I was like, I know I'm not going to come out on the other side of this fast doing the same thing. And I knew it had something to do with my eating, because I've been observing my eating and my habits and my attachments to eating. And so I knew what it had to do with. And I was like, ooh, am I just like, how is this supposed to look? And then full circle today, it was highlighted like the fish. We're going to cut the fish out. And I'm like, okay. So if you may be struggling, like, what is this thing? Pray on it, meditate on it, and it will be revealed. Go in the dark and see. All right. So I had to set the timer because y'all know how we do. Peace, Masterpiece, and Giles. Beware of deception. There is more to the story than what meets the eye. Ask the universe to reveal truth when it is. Ask the universe to reveal truth. And when it is, believe it the first time. All right. So there may be some deception. There may be some energy that tries to come through. and play on you, and like it may try to like feed you what you want to hear to keep you where you are. And ask for the truth to be revealed, and when it is, believe it the first time. Mr. Unique said meditation is the bulk of the spiritual awakening. Right. Welcome in, Danielle, Mission Nonstop, Rare Herbs, all of you. Mission Nonstop said ill. Why you say ill? Motherfucker, I'm ill. A milli, 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 a milli. You did. A millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire. Tougher than Nigerian hair. My criteria compared to your career just isn't fair. I'm venereal disease. Like a menstrual bleed. Oh, you said illusions. And so with this a million, it's like there may be a million things that you want to do. There may be a million things that you see for you. Some of y'all are literally, a lot of you have the potential to touch a milli in this life tilly, in this lifetime. And it's easier than you think. There is, and when I say easier than you think, I do not mean literally it's going to just fall in your lap. I mean more so you don't have to do what you think you have to do. It's more like you'll have to sacrifice some of your wants. You may have to have some late nights, early mornings, but it can come quicker and easier if you release resistance and you release that story around it coming to you easily, and then you will allow yourself to move into that force of motivation, that energy of motivation, and allow yourself to release those things, those habits, those mindsets, those energies that are keeping you in that lower lack energy. But some of y'all literally, the ancestors, like they want y'all to build in this life. They want y'all to live that dream reality that you see for yourself. But you got to be different. You have to act different. You have to move different. You have to. Look who came out. You have to. 22. Queen Builder energy. Official person. This is you. Being called up, called out. Yes, and we have the child. All right. And so with this official person and child, I'm getting like, it's time for you to take accountability over your life. Like, stop waiting for somebody to motivate you. Stop waiting for somebody to give you the green light. Stop waiting for somebody to, confirm, and, stop putting the power and responsibility in other people's hands. Period. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. So what do you need to do? What are you being called to do? What have you been procrastinating and dancing around? You may have like this immature mindset, or you're just still operating in this space that is not conducive for where you are now or where you're trying to go. Is this a general message, or is this message directed to someone on the live? I am Dukes asked. This is general. I forgot to even say that, y'all, but this is general. Lady B said, ancestor said, it's go time. Do it, right? We have false person. We have false person. So with this false person, I'm feeling like it's more so, this doesn't have to do with like external energy. I'm just feeling like the illusions. I'm just feeling like this is the illusions. And you feeling like this is it for you. Some of y'all have been in this space for so long, and maybe you're just like, well, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Or maybe, I am thinking too big, or I'm thinking too, like I'm too, is that what I see for myself is too far-fetched. It's like, no, that's the illusion. That's the illusion that, the reality that you see is delusion. Like, no, that is here for you. That is here for you. But there may be some spiritual, some of y'all may have like some spiritual energy that is like blocking your third eye and or your crown, and or may have some power over your solar plex energy as well. And it's like it's casting all these illusions, and like it's getting in your head, and it's making it challenging for you to believe in what you know. And for some of you, it's even hard to see. Some of y'all struggle with seeing further for yourself. And there are certain things that you can do, such as set goals. You know, there are certain things that you could do, such as like set goals and stand on them, that can assist you with breaking through those barriers. All right. There's meditation. There are consistent practices. What do you need to do on a regular daily basis to connect and strengthen and activate your chakras, especially the third eye, for those of you who are struggling with that foresight? And that's why I love Logas, and I'm so grateful for him, because that's what he brings. Like, because I see so many things for myself. I see so many things for us. But what thing it is that is going to be the path that will bring us the most fulfillment, I let him direct us there. You know what I mean? And so if you are struggling with leading yourself, right, be honest with that. Be honest about that. And when the student's ready for the teacher will appear. When you're ready to follow, the leader will appear. All right? Somebody is literally just trying different things, and you're like all over the place, and it's like somebody is does not have any direction. And that's the beauty of the divine masculine. The divine masculine is the direction. Y'all know I like to use the analogy, like the masculine energy is the container and the feminine is the contents. And without the masculine container, the feminine is spilled all over the place. It's just, it has no structure. It has nothing keeping it together. Right? And vice versa, with the masculine being the container, without the feminine, it gives it no purpose. It gives it no contents. It gives it no motivation to build. You know what I mean? So they both work hand in hand, but somebody needs to release trying to do it all or see it all for yourself. Yes, we have imprisonment and we have family room and toil and labor in reverse. So this is literally speaking of, some of you may be tired of working hard. You may be tired of working hard, and you may want to give up on something, because with this imprisonment, like I said, somebody feels like they've been stuck in a space. And we got the family room here, so this could be in a generational loop. It's just like things are not coming together with your family, or it just seems like the same old thing, like something's not working out. But also what came out the deck is we got expectations here. So, tell me more about this expectation, because I feel like this expectation is more future energy. What's this expectation? Somebody's been looking at houses. We have privileged lady. And we have main female. So this is like this ancestress, grandmotherly, motherly energy coming through. Somebody's grandmother had like a seizure or a stroke. February 10th, August 2nd, December 1st, March 29th, November 28th, 8/18, September 22nd may be significant. But there's this ancestress energy coming through. Tell me more. What's this expectation, privileged lady and main lady? What's this grandmotherly energy has to say? Somebody's grandmother name start with the letters G, D, last name Johnson, Diane, Dolores, Rudolph, Maurice. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Your grandma died of a stroke in her 50s before you was born. Your son's birthday is August 2nd. Nine of Cups in reverse. So some of y'all may not be receiving the love, or like some of y'all may be really like wanting to connect deeper, like emotionally, in your relationships, your friendships, platonic and your actual romantic relationships. And I feel like the focus is not on love right now. Like you may want it, but that's not the focus right now. What's the focus? The Empress. The Baby. What's this Empress? The Eight of Swords. Somebody's robbing themselves from like really embodying this energy, this abundant energy, because of this place where you want to stay. The choice is literally yours. And somebody may be a realtor, or somebody might go look at some new houses, some beautiful houses, and it literally like motivates or inspires you to get your shit together. We have the Tower. The Eight of Swords and the Tower. Oh, thank you for bringing this back. Some of y'all are literally gonna be moving within this upcoming year, like moving state, cross country, Midwest. Somebody moving to the Midwest, or moving from the Midwest to the East. But somebody's moving out of purgatory, out of that place of suffering. That's what purgatory is. We have the Four of Cups. Yes, place of lack. Four of Cups, the Temperance, and the Four of Coins. This is literally lack. Lack of money, lack of love, and the Temperance. Yeah, I feel like something's at a standstill. Something's at a standstill. And the divine has been very clear. You may have been seeing a lot of angel numbers. There may have been like certain spirit animals. Somebody's been seeing red cardinals. There's been a lot of messages from the universe coming through, signaling this change, this renewal. I do see somebody's money balancing out towards the end of August, September. I do feel like the month of August may be a little tight, honestly. I'm picking like the month of August is going to be a little tight. And you might be like, yo, like, where it at though? And I do see it balancing out and things like regulating and stabilizing the month of September for sure. Lyrics say, yes, I heard an owl. And seeing angel numbers 444, 555. Ashe, mission nonstop. Contrail said, I'm still wrapping my head around this thing. That's all. But you're right. I need to get up and go. Ashe. Emperor. So with the Empress and the Emperor, the feminine is leading the way. The feminine is leading the way right now. The Emperor is struggling. The Emperor is struggling. There may have been some financial loss that the Emperor took. There may have been a financial loss that the Emperor took. There may have been a heartbreak that the Emperor took. With this Tower. Yeah. With this Tower and Temperance. And it may have to do with the divine feminine as well, because we got the Emperor, we got the Empress, and then we had the Eight of Swords, and I was speaking of that imprisonment, that jail, that cage. And then we had the Tower, which is chaos, unexpected events and, you know, things breaking down. But we have the Temperance, so it was definitely a divine orchestration when it comes to this breakdown and this takeaway. Some energy had to be removed by any means necessary, and it was like this reset that had to happen. But the masculine is trying to figure out its next move. Some of you are wondering why you didn't meet your divine masculine yet, and there's certain things that has to get set up before you come into union. Yeah, we have the King of Cups. Ooh. So the Emperor is having like some emotional like struggles, or the Emperor may be responding to these financial struggles in an emotional way. Like maybe it's emotional eating. But there's a lot of stress on the Emperor and the Empress, on the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because we're all being called out. Yes, this King of Cups is Cancer, water energy. So this Emperor could be a water sign or have water energy, born on the 2nd or 9th or 18th or 20th or 16th or the 7th. This could be a Pisces as well. About to close out. But yes, the divine femme and masculine are being called up. Yeah, being called up. Yeah, the Queen of Coins and the Moon. So yeah, somebody's mindset, somebody just kind of got to like, somebody has to reprogram their mind and how they view money and how they view hard work, how they view success and results. Somebody's going to be starting a business from scratch, or you may have already started a business from the floor, from ground zero, and you got to give it some time and continue to put that work in even when you're not seeing the results. And then I do see a relocation happening as well. And it's going to be very fruitful wherever you're going to be moved. And for some of you, you're not going to necessarily be starting a business from, you know, ground up. You may be starting in a business from ground up, like starting as like the lowest paying employee and then making your way up in ranks. But you got to stand out from the crowd. You got to shift your mindset, because it's like the higher you go up in levels, the more responsibility that will be put on you. And how are you going to handle responsibility if you're not even responsible? How are you going to hold your children accountable, your colleagues accountable, your coworkers accountable, the people that work below you accountable if you're not even holding yourself accountable? Like, it's you got to be on top of things if you want that. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and close out with that. There is abundance here for you, though, but you definitely got to put the work in. And the ancestors are here to support you, as always. So just calling in support those times you feel weak, and make those necessary adjustments when it comes to your daily schedule. When it comes to your daily schedule to assist you. Logas going to be like, no way. Ready, Asali. Logas going to be like, what? Yes, we're ready. All right, y'all. So if y'all want a personal reading, you can book on the website Crystalinemarsshow.com, or any other spiritual services, a spiritual clearing, birth chart reading, connect a deceased loved one. Book on the website Crystalinemarsshow.com. But we're going to go ahead and transition over to the next segment of the night, which is the spiritual lesson. I'm going to clean up these cards real quick. Did he read the text? Yeah, he didn't read it. I know Logas like, what? Y'all ready? Because typically, when did I text him yesterday? Yesterday I told him we were ready at 9:42. Let me see, what's been the trend? I've been yelling his name. 9:42. I told him we were ready. 10:44. I told him we were ready. We were starting the show so late, y'all. Look at that. 9:54. I told him we were 10:01. I told him we were ready. It's 9:21. 10:27. 11:01. Wow. 10:48. 10:40. Yo, we moving up so divinely. Now he need to bring his ass. Did he look at the text yet? Asali! He down there cooking. He thought. Asali! He think he about to eat. He thought shit was sweet. Asali! Baba! If you want me to call you daddy, you should just say that. Baba! We ready? We ready? Huh? I know I didn't know if you seen it. Huh? I know, I'm done though. I say. He's on whoa, because you done earlier today. He was about to talk his shit. He was about to say, well, since you started earlier today, now you want me to be ready. Yes, be ready. All right, y'all. You just texted me 3 minutes ago. That was 3 minutes ago. That's a long ass time. When you done reading the cards, you don't got nothing to say. That's a long ass time. Shoot. You gotta cook. What you cooking? Y'all. I'm really just gonna be eating salads and like I'm gonna still eat my quinoa and my fonyo, but I ain't gonna have no texture. Cause I'm not even gonna do mushrooms either. I remember when I fasted from mushrooms for a long time. When I did the fish fast, I fasted from mushrooms. And when I first ate mushrooms, they tasted like they were sitting in alcohol. And then I gave myself permission to eat them like later in life, like months later. And I was like, the alcohol went away. And I ate them again knowing that I shouldn't have been eating them. But I wanted to eat them, so I allowed myself to eat them. And I know that's something that's not going with me too. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna want to eat, bitch. But maybe my taste buds will adjust and I'll grow to love it, I guess. At least I don't have my avocado though. Yeah, I don't pay no mind. I'm just kind of like thinking about my life. My life, my life, my life, my life. It is sunshine. But yeah, so did anything resonate tonight? Look, y'all know we gotta talk. Potatoes, lamb, and broccoli. Ooh, I used to love me some lamb. Damn. Erica Johnny says, sounds like me. You got this, queen. We got this. What you being called to cut out, Erica? What are you choosing to cut out? Because it's a choice at this point. Marinating, but she country. Gotta feed her. Most definitely. Wait, we said most definitely. What did I say? Y'all, I'm fried. What? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and change the cameras around. And I'm gonna get the music right. Ooh, child. Spirituality be like, ascensions be like, woo. Not weak, because the name of that song is Ascension. I wasn't singing it because that was the name of the song. I was just wanting to say, woo, child. And the name of that song is Ascension. Ascensions be like, Don't ever wonder. I'm wondering. mm. Erica said, honestly, my pica habit. What? Pico de gallo? That's pico de gallo. Pico de gallo. Oh, pica de gallo. It's pica de gallo. You talking about pica de gallo? Yeah, that. I tried to say it fast. And I couldn't even get it. You talking about pica de gallo? And rice and pastas. Oh my gosh. Y'all. And it sucked because when you... It sucked because, like, it's just a process, because when your taste buds get, you know, adjusted to the new, you good. But then, like, for me, I was doing good, and then I spun the block and I ate some chips and stuff, and my... Now, they were organic chips now, but still, the salt and stuff, then I began to crave that, and then I wanted chips every fucking day, and then I had to, you know, fight that. And you know, even with the fish, I ate the fish, and then I started wanting the fish every day. It's like, fuck, bitch, you know, like, oh damn. And then when I don't have it, I'm used to not having it, but then when I have it, I'm used to having it. And so it's just like annoying, but I know I'll get used to it in time. I'll get used to it in time. Sometimes I just be wishing like everybody outside of me was on the same page with me as me, so it could be a little easier. Like Logas, he be eating chips in my fucking face, or he be eating his smelly vegan burgers. And when I say smelly, they smell really good right now. But I remember when I was fasting last time, and I was like purging, I wasn't eating that stuff. I wasn't eating fish and stuff for months. His stuff started smelling disgusting, and I was like, it smells gross. And so I guess I know in time I'll probably get back to that spot again where the things I think smell good now, they don't. Because I know what it is and what it ain't. But I'd be like, come on with me. But I know that in a sense, I'm leading the way. Like, the guy's going to do what he going to do. But I do always see the reflections in me. Like, when I relapse, he relapse. And then there are certain things he don't relapse on, like, I may relapse on fucking working out, and he's still gonna work out every day. But Logas and I both share like the eating attachments. We have a lot of placements that are alike, and he is my reflection. My birth name's Jasmine Mars. His name's Meltoya Jones, JMMJ. And so when it comes to eating, we definitely mirror each other with that. And so it sucks because I be wanting him to lead the way. Like, I be wanting him to stop. But it starts with me, and when I stop, and when it's taking me like usually from the past 2 years, the past 2 years from what observing, typically it takes me about 2 weeks to be in the flow, and then he'll just, and I don't talk to him about these things, it's just stuff that I observe, and I see the spiritual reflection and connection, and in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks in, he'll be like, all right, so I'm about to change my diet, and I'm like, Ashe. And so I know he's coming along, but in the meantime, he'd be like that temptation for me, like, Duüblè, you gonna eat a chip? Duüblè, you gonna ask him for a bite of his burger? He done went to the bathroom real quick. You gonna bite one real quick, you know? So he'd be that last little temptation, you know? And when I persevere, then he comes over to the other side, and then we align ourselves. But sometimes it sucks to lead, because I be wanting it just to happen and I could just follow. But Ashe, look, guys, he really making me wait. Y'all, I just heard him. He cleared his throat. He said, he walking up the steps now. Let me turn the cameras. Let me turn the cameras. I guess he did a little throat clear, like, I'm here, damn. I'm here, damn. All right, I'm gonna get the music. If y'all have any questions, y'all can leave it down in the chat. And if you'd like to join for any spiritual live clearings, you can send in your love offerings to Brother Logas, and he'll join you. Ashe Carolyn Pitts. I'll take note of that. Ashe. Don't tell me those eggs. I channeled eggs. I said I didn't know what the significance was of eggs.
Peace, family.
Grace.
Today's spiritual lesson is what came first, drumstick or the over easy, right? The chicken or the egg, what came first? And the answer is neither. They both came at the same time. Right? They both existed at the same time. Because existence, it's like this is mind. This is all comes from mind, or comes from a computer, or a program, whatever it is, right? Comes from a source, right? And in that source, when a thing is created, the thing that have it continuing to exist is created at the same exact time. It's just like if you are creating a program in a computer, right? And you're going to, in that computer, in that game, you manifest, a horse, a male horse. Well, you're also going to, when you have the male horse, if you're creating a male horse, you are implying that there is a female horse. So you are creating, in a sense, the female horse at the same time. At the same time, right? If you are creating, if you're creating something, if you're creating what came first, the proton or the electron. Well, if you create, we could probably say the neutron, in a sense, probably came first because it is neutral. It is the perfect balance between the positive and negative. But then when you talk about the proton or the electron, where you're going to, when you create the proton, the electron has to exist at the same time. Because that's what makes the proton, the electron, right? You understand? The positive, the negative, the negative. It infers the other one, right? It's actually the same thing with electromagnetism. If you have electricity, you have magnetism. You have magnetism, you have electricity. It implies that the other one exists. Creating one creates the other. Same thing, chicken or the egg. They came at the same time. Right? They came at the same time. Or at least, let's say we can put it this way. If a being created an egg physically first, it already implied that a chicken would come from it. So the chicken already exists on some level. And since time isn't real, if it's in the future, it already exists. Same thing. If the being or the mind creates the chicken first, it implies it's going to lay eggs. Whether or not, depending on where you're at in the quote-unquote time stream, you might see the chicken first, you might see the egg come second, but the egg was already there. Meaning, all the components necessary to create an egg already existed. The ability to create an egg already was there. So, they happen at the same time. They exist at the same time. Whether you're able to see it at the same time is a totally different question. But they exist at the same time. This being said, this being said, when it comes to reality, what you see is what you see, right? What you see is what you see. But as you dig further, like I say, microscopes or telescopes, to look further out or further in, you keep finding smaller things making up the bigger things, or you keep seeing bigger things making up an even, bigger thing if you're looking at a telescope, right? And the way that mind works, all things already exist. All things already exist. It's when it becomes observed that we decide whether now it is existing, right? So if we see the chicken first, it already implies the egg, but we don't know that until we observe, and eventually we see an egg. But both of these things don't exist at all unless something is observing it. Nothing exists at all until observing it. So when we start to, this is the power of mind. I'm just giving you the power of mind now. So when you are looking into, atoms, or you look into the human body, like what's the body made up of? You got organs, and then you look at what's the organs made up of. You got different types of cells. What's the cells made up of? You got atoms, what the atoms made up of electrons, protons, neutrons. What are those made up of? Made up of quarks. What are those made up of? Smaller and smaller things. It goes on forever, because the existence of us also implies the existence of cells, the existence of atoms, the existence of whatever. The question is, have you observed it yet? Have you observed it yet, right? And as the more you try to observe, the more the mind, all it does is that it creates the explanation for whatever it is you're trying to observe. It creates the explanation for what you were trying to observe. Which in some sense means that it did not exist until you observed it or looked for it. At the same time, it always existed. You just needed to observe. So this is the power of mind. Everything is actually, all things are in existence right now. Technically. Or I'll say, technically, all things are in existence right now. The really question is not what came first, the chicken or the egg. The question is what was observed first, the chicken or the egg. Which goes to everything else. It's not what come first, the humans or the atoms. The Big Bang or what we see now. The real question, they both happen simultaneously because one implies the other. The question is, what is observed first? Because from there, mind then creates an explanation for whatever it is that you're observing. Ashe. And that's the spiritual lesson of the day. Now we're going to the Q&A as well as any spiritual clearance.
They've been quiet today. It was a pretty quiet day. You didn't say anything while you were on.
Sure. So I don't see any questions. So if anybody wants to put their birthdays, any birthdays in, you want me to quickly go over any birthday energies, now is the time. I'll give y'all a minute or two to figure that out. Any birthday energies that you want me to look at real quick? You got November 8th, right? So we got a very um, direct Scorpio, right? Now a lot of Scorpios, they a Scorpio energy will tend to try to hide things, be secret about things, but this particular Scorpio is going to have a lot of things in their mind about you, but they're also going to quickly tell you about those things as well. So if you try them, especially. So definitely a take charge type of Scorpio. We got 1205, right? We got, what's that, Sagittarius. So this Sagittarius is going to be a little more talkative than the average Sagittarius. A lot of Sagittariuses are they can be good with conversation because they're very magnetic. They're very, in a sense, charming to people, whether they say much of anything or not. But naturally, Sagittarius is like to be too talkative, but this one definitely is more open to being talkative. I'll say that. Definitely more open to being talkative, talking to different people, and has, many different sides to them. November 15th, got another Scorpio. The Scorpios is a little more talkative than the average Scorpio as well. Has a very, very dark side to them, but then a very light side as well. Very fair side, but a very unfair side. So you gotta be careful with that type of Scorpio. 731. So what's that? That is that's Leo. So Leo. So that type of Leo is gonna be very magnetic, very giving on one side, but also very Leo-y. So definitely gonna expect something in return. Definitely has a strong leadership energy. Has a connection to to the outdoors, to this, to traveling and changing things up, right? Different scenery. Someone said Virgo. Well, Virgo is just your sun sign. So that's we want to get the actual birthday, so I can give you a little bit more than just Virgo, because Virgo has a certain energy, but not all Virgos are the same, right? How so y'all deal with loneliness? How so do you deal with loneliness? How do you deal, huh?
I think you meant to say how do. It was a typo.
How do y'all deal with loneliness? I mean, it depends on the type of loneliness, because not all lonelinesses are the same type of loneliness. You can be lonely and have people around you. You can be lonely and be by yourself, right? And plenty of people who like to be by themselves and don't feel lonely at all, right? So it depends on the type of loneliness. It depends also why you're lonely, right? Maybe you're weird. Maybe you're too intelligent for the people that you run into, so you just don't feel a connection to them. Maybe there's like different reasons for being. So it depends on why you are lonely, how you are lonely, and what's the reason for the loneliness. That's not as straightforward of a question as you may think it is, as it sounds. Not sure. All right, I don't see any other birthdays. I'll give y'all another minute. See if there's any questions or any more birthdays, or if Bam Bam wants to give any more clarity on the loneliness question. May 11th. So what's that, Taurus? So May 11th. Okay, May 11th. That's a very powerful birthday. So one thing, you have very strong visual powers or abilities. You can see into the future. Not necessarily in a psychic way. It can be in a psychic way, but more like you just have a feeling where things are going to go. Right? You can just see where things are going or headed for any particular person or for yourself. right? Or you have a very strong imagination, very powerful imagination, a lot of strong leadership skills and abilities, um, a lot of great fashion sense, very strong fashion sense, a natural, you have a natural, attraction where people want to follow you or be like you or like copy your hairstyle and things like that, right? So that's how May 11th. I'm getting no days off. Said I would to have her. Maybe saying I would like to have her reading. Well, I'm guessing that's the reading that you're looking for right there. Shay. Mission stop. Mission non-stop.
And it all stop. Boom, boom.
Shay, no days. Sassy Brown says very true about her. Shay. All right. So I'll just keep it, in line with Miss Duüblè as she's moving very quickly tonight. So we'll say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Ashe.
Ashe.